eBay, home to the world's greatest yard sale. You can almost find anything: shoes, antiques, cars, trading cards. But then again, like all other things on the internet, in today's video, we're taking a trip down the dark, twisted alleys of eBay to uncover the weirdest, creepiest, and the most disturbing items that have ever been sold on the website. And trust me, you'll want to stick around to the end, because nowadays I don't really get spooked by anything, but this one got me. The year is 1999 and eBay is exploding in popularity, and everybody was beginning to reap the benefits of this relatively new thing called the internet. If only they knew. Could you imagine showing someone back in 1999 what the internet looks like right now? It'd be like giving a child from the Industrial Revolution a packet of warheads.
Don't play with me. You'll only end up playing with yourself.
Alright, let's get back on track. So imagine what's going through people's minds when one morning they just wake up, do their daily browsing. Okay, that looks like an interesting listing. Oh, that's a human kidney. And not just that, people were bidding for it for $5.7 million. Can this kidney speak Mandarin and give my massage? The user who was looking to sell their kidney, Hichero, was from Florida. Okay, of course he was from Florida. The kidney was sold with the following description: fully functional kidney for sale. You can choose either kidney. Buyer pays all transplant and medical costs. Of course, only one for sale, as I need the other one to live. Serious bids only. Now you're wondering how this turned out. A couple weeks later, the listing got taken down by eBay because apparently it's illegal to sell human organs on eBay. What are you, the fun, please? What happened to this country, man? I thought we were America.
Yes, kidding, I'm from Australia.
Alright, moving on. So, in doing my research for this video, I typed up haunted dolls, expecting to, get one or two. So anyways, did you know that there's an entire fucking section on eBay dedicated to haunted dolls that I've had zero idea about? They even categorize them based on personality. Amanda, heartbroken, lost love, mysterious spirit, teacher's tarot. Of course it's depressed, it's from the UK. She looks horrifying.
This vintage doll homes a spiritual attachment to a little girl named Amelie. Amelie, who is 8 years old, has been in our care for over a year. Vernie first noticed Amelie listed on eBay and immediately sensed her present.
You're telling me you can sense a presence through a screen? Alright, everybody watching this, channel your energy right now to the screen. Do me a favor and tell me in the comments, what do you feel when you see this photo? Why can't somebody just possess a normal doll for once? Why is it always that creepy ass, like Victorian era, child labor made doll with one eye and 3/4 of a leg? I mean, honestly, like, have you actually ever heard of a doll that's been possessed by the spirit of a child in the last, 20 years? No, you haven't. I think in the description here, it talks about the seller of the doll, Vernie. I just realized I've been saying Vernie the whole time. It's Verene.
Vernie's better.
Verene, a clairvoyant empath and Wiccan practitioner, perceives the energies surrounding people, places, and objects, offering insights into the needs of both the living and the departed. Through her daily communion with spirits and her extensive collection of vessels, Verene fosters connections that transcend the physical plane. Now look, I'm sure Verene is a more than lovely person. More than likely just a really sweet, probably elderly lady. I mean this in the nicest way possible. You're probably schizophrenic. Moving on to our next item. Ooh, we have a haunted mirror. It all started when one of two flatmates saw an old mirror that their landlord was planning to throw out. So of course, seeing as it was going to be thrown out anyway, they took the opportunity and hung the mirror up on the wall. It wasn't long after that until stuff just seemed to not feel right. Both housemates would begin experiencing severe stabbing pains at the exact same time. They'd also wake up every morning drained of energy and screaming into the early hours of the morning with a dreadful feeling of impending doom. Now look, if you look at all that and you still want to be really, actually, you could maybe put this down to just a mass hysteria situation where, kind of just like a weird placebo effect where you're just feeding off each other and, it just becomes this whole mess where you're just tricking yourself. You could put it down to that. Until somebody drew blood. Both flatmates would get to the point where they began waking up with scratches on their back and on their legs. And we're not talking normal scratches, we're talking deep scratches. Now, there was a photo of these scratches actually attached for proof, but the original link was taken down, and I've been trying to find the photo everywhere, and I just really can't find anything. So let's look at this photo of Salma Hayek instead. Chewy. Hold on, we got a Chewy intermission. Chewy, do you have a few words for the members of the public? Couldn't see that. Alright, anyways, back to normal. The mirror eventually sold for £100, which is the same as $130 USD, or almost $200 AUD. Now, is it worth getting deep scratches on your back from Beelzebub and waking up every morning thinking that you're going to die with your flatmate? Yeah, I mean, it's only $200. And look, like in all seriousness, just to add my little 2 cents, I will actually say that looking at mirrors for like a prolonged period of time does make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Now, some people say that mirrors are a dimension to the underworld or a spiritual realm. Some even say that they're a gateway for demons to come into our world. Look, I don't know about all of that, but I will say at night, I have to turn on my hallway light when I walk past my bathroom. If I look into the mirror when it's night, I'm petrified that something's just gonna come up behind me and eat me. The last thing we're looking at today is a painting that was sold on eBay titled "The Hands Resist Him." The Hands Resist Him is a painting created back in 1972 by artist Bill Stoneham. It depicts a young boy standing next to a life-size doll in front of what appears to be a glass door with disembodied hands pressing up against the glass. Actor John Marley, who's most likely known for The Godfather would be way better. Just a 4-hour-long movie of just... Actor John Marley, most famously known from The Godfather, purchased the painting originally, and after his death, the painting ended up in an online auction on eBay. Now, the listing on eBay of the painting gives a description describing things that the painting would do that, you know, I think most paintings wouldn't do. The seller claimed that the characters would sometimes move around in the painting at night. Or even worse, there was an incident where their 4-year-old daughter ran into their room screaming because, quote, the children in the painting were fighting and coming into the room at night. As in, physically leaving the painting. Now, at first glance, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, the painting is pretty fucking freaky. Even without the context of everything, it's still just... I don't know. And look, I know it's all probably some weird placebo effect thingy, just because everybody that's seen this painting knows the history surrounding it. I don't know, it just gives me that weird feeling of like, you and I both know that Bloody Mary isn't real, I think. I'm not going to actually willingly stand in front of a mirror and go, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, just to try it out. Because yeah, dude, I'm not gonna do that. There's just all this talk about that certain thing and just this history and just, you know, it still makes you feel weird. You couldn't pay me $1 million to stand in front of a mirror and do that, serious. What everyone actually fails to mention is that this painting had 3 sequels and 1 prequel. Man, when's the sequel to the Mona Lisa coming out? It'd be so funny with like lens flares and shit. The first sequel, Resistance at the Threshold in 2004, the second sequel, The Threshold of Revelation in 2012, the prequel, The Hands Invent Him in 2017, and the final sequel, What Remains in 2021. Okay, now look, I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. These are objectively great paintings, but no one cared. The initial bid for this painting started at $199, and eventually ended up selling to Smith's Perception Fine Art Gallery for $1,025, where it still remains today. Hopefully sealed away from the public eye for the time being. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. I feel like if you go through my old videos 5 months ago, my editing has just stepped up completely. Still check those videos out though, they're not bad. Plus I actually had hair. I'm gonna try and upload twice a week and try and stick to that as much as I can. So the next video shouldn't be too far away. But in the meantime, guys, that's it from me. And bye.
Catch me, I'm falling.